All right, so just kind of a quick update here. The ramp is nearly complete. Again, these are the SuperGlide wide grip ski glides here, and they were 13.5 inches. And what I actually did, it was a little bit too wide. It didn't leave enough room for my track, and it was just really overdoing it. And there was about like an inch on each side for the track, and it's like, hey, I'm trying to give myself more room here, not take it away. So what I did is I just ended up cutting the ski glides down, took about 1.5 inches off each side, just to, again, allow more room for the track, still have plenty of room for the skis, and I think it's just an overall better look. Again, probably the biggest hurdle I had to overcome with this project was these support brace bars here on the Truck Boss ramp were actually further in. They were about right here. So I had to get those cut off and then re-welded on. Unfortunately, it's aluminum and not as many people are equipped to weld with aluminum, but I did have one buddy who was able to do that. So yep, just zipped those off with a grinder, just broke the welds and then got them re-welded back on. And yeah, I think it's going to be a pretty slick setup, and we could just kind of take some final measurements here just so everybody could kind of track what everything looks like. Looks like the ramp itself is about 51 inches. Each one of the ski glide surfaces is about 12 inches, so 1 foot across. I have about, I have about 22.5 inches for the track. And let's see what like a center to center measurement is on for the skis. It's about 36 inches. So you could kind of see how that might line up for you and your application. I know I have the Skidoo Turbo Expert that has the Gen 4, so that's 2022, that has a 34-inch ski stance, so this is going to work really well for me. Previously, the reason I did this project is the 34-inch ski stance was, to the equivalent of about right here, and that just wasn't enough room for my old glides. And, loading up on a sled deck could be tricky enough as is sometimes, just kind of depending on where you're loading, and it could be dangerous too. So, you just want to give yourself as much room as possible and flexibility just to be able to be safe and be successful. So overall, I think everything's looking good. Probably a little bit more work than I originally anticipated, just because with the welding and everything like that, and then having to cut these down. One small thing I had to do with these is, unfortunately, to go into this extruded aluminum kind of rail holder here on the tip of this glide, you probably won't be able to see it, but it actually is recessed a little bit here on the left side of this. And that's so it could slide into that channeling really well. And unfortunately, when I cut it, you could kind of see here that there's these kind of flat bars that go all the way across to create a level surface across it. I had to run these on the table saw, kind of doing like a dado cut. So effectively, zipping it all the way down, moving the blade slightly in, running it all the way down, moving the blade slightly in, running it all the way down, blade slightly in, etc., until I got about, I don't know, maybe a 3/8 of an inch, so I could slide these on. I mean, overall, it didn't take very long. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 pieces. So just doing that for each piece, and yeah, just zipping it through maybe 15 minutes, but again, something that was unexpected. These are just challenges that I ran into, and I didn't really figure out until after the fact. I knew about the welding, that would have to take place, but you know, hopefully for you and your ramp, you'll just be able to, I mean, just be bare bones, right? Just unscrew your existing SuperGlides from your deck and then just rescrew the new ones back on. I mean, hopefully it really should be about that simple. But again, ran into some challenges. Maybe one of the only other things I'm going to do here is there are these UHMW pieces that just kind of prevent your carbites for just tearing up the ramp. You could kind of see, or the aluminum, you could kind of see where the old ski stance or SuperGlides went before. And so, yeah, I have some other UHMW pieces. I just kind of needed to extend it here a little bit and should be fine. I could either just replace this with a larger piece or just add another piece here, which is what I will probably end up doing. So overall, I'm going to check out. I think this was probably a pretty good investment for me. I purchased these before the season, and I think I paid $104 or $108 on Amazon with Prime shipping, so that worked out really well. I know if you buy them in season, they could be a little bit more expensive. And there are two options. Again, there are the SuperClamp wide glides, and then the Caliber Pro makes some, and there's various different widths. So I would just look for what's going to work best for you in your application. I do like these grips a little bit better. They're a little bit more aggressive, and I use this to walk up and down my ramp. So I personally prefer that. And I knew these extruded aluminum pieces fit this, this brand. So just went ahead with that. But overall, we're done. And yep, just going to get this thing all loaded up and ready to rock and roll. So thanks for watching the video. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions. I'll be happy to do anything I could help to answer and to assist your project. All right, thanks and happy sledding.